comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Florida's offense will get the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Finds a spot in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick release by the QB. There he goes. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to keep it in the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the heat. Got the first down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida!
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gamecocks offense will have its first possession of the game. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards, and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Looking to fire. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Clark. Past the 45. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators are marching down the field. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Now, you got to read it quick, right? And he makes a quick decision, gets that thing out of his hand, but make sure your feet are set, and you still got to be accurate even though you're trying to get rid of that ball so fast.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He's at the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
I'll tell you, you love linebackers that are good against the run, but how nice is it when you've got a guy that can sit in zone coverage like he can and not just pick it off, but find his convoy and take it to the house. That is a game-changing play.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Clark. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. The Gators will line up to punt it away. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Catch in the middle, it's Clark. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Fires to the big fella. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Pocket breaking down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
We reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Dashing the knee on the right. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
How about that job after the catch on a critical 3rd down? He's able to make people miss. He's able to use his speed. Ball was thrown out in front of him so he could advance it, and all of a sudden, this offense set up 1st and goal.
Got it behind the line. It's Hawkins. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. A long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box. The play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They just haven't been able to get much going so far, punting it away on both possessions. Defense looks like they're coming. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Right on the money.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
They booted away. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Trying to make magic with his feet. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry up.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Oh, he's got some space. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack of just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. A catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. Motion from the wideout. Trying to barrel in. They will score. Touchdown, Florida. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got it on the outside. And the explosiveness, the big Gator gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard because...
Breaks into the open. Oh, the quick spin move. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneaked the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Fleming. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here they come on 3rd down, and the defense has had no answer so far. The ball is out behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. They'll send out the kicker here. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give on the option. Hard running there. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And he does it again. He's showing you time and time again, man. This dude is just like a running back. And you see it in college football now, just having that guy at that spot, such an advantage. And you watch him there, just pulls the ball down, picks up yardage, and over 100 on the day now.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second half.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Using his feet. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Bounced right back to them. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And he makes another big play for this offense. And, man, if I'm this defense, at some point I'm going to learn my lesson. We're in the 2nd quarter. He's already over 100 yards. Like, I better start committing some resources to this guy, or else he's going to break some records because he is putting up some numbers on the day.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far.
And the Gators will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete. Going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. On the move, he fires. Wide open downfield. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
To the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
29 Philly.
Quick catch on 3rd down. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive hit.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense.
Touchdown, Gator! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Can't connect on his first throw.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 20. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Under fire. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays, and you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it, they know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him, and as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. To the air, it's Carpenter. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. And something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch. It's Crow. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. First down for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Right back to the well. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that running play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
On the double.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Lasso.
From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the fourth down.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Just keep slinging it. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Randolph. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Carpenter. Finds the tight end. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Rushes on him. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge game. Touchdown, South Carolina! He got a step and just dusted the field.
How about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. And number 3 is coming soon.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of 1st downs. I need 2. I need 2 1st downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a dub.
Great job by the offense there, getting the 1st down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using it.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. This time it's complete. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
There he goes. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Gators are rolling down the field. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Right back to him on the ground. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
South Carolina, 28.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Looking to pass. It's Carpenter. Working that left side now. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. This offense has it with really good field position. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter. Guys are tired. They're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
The Gators come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can